Hello, anatomists and physiologists. Michelle Glass here, and welcome to our last and final video for chapter 1. We're talking here about medical imaging. So the question is, how do we know about anatomical structures? And of course, back in the day, our ancestors learned about the human body by, when there was injury that occurred, right? Or maybe learned about mammal bodies through food making ways, right? And then anatomical studies progressed as we began to use cadavers for dissection and really learn that way. And now we're able to see the human body through using these different medical imaging techniques. So X-ray is probably one of our oldest. It allows us to see hard tissue. So bone and teeth show up really well, but there is some limitations. So you can only see like one angle of the body, and then there's a risk of course, radiation causing problems. Moving down the line, we have the CT scan, or what is actually computed tomography. And in this case, we're able to see soft tissue. So this is an advantage over the X-ray. We're able to get more of a 360-degree view of the body. So that's an advantage over X-ray. But it actually uses X-ray technology, so you're still dealing with the possible radiation effects. As we get into magnetic resonance imaging, or what's abbreviated as MRI, we don't use radiation here, so that's a benefit. But it has a high price tag, and a patient has to be in the MRI machine for maybe like 30 minutes. And so this can be very uncomfortable for a patient. You have to be still. There's a lot of sound that's associated with this one. In the positron emission tomography, here you're using radiopharmaceuticals. Oops, let me my spelling is atrocious, y'all. So I need to like double check. I'm getting all my letters in here. Radio pharmaceuticals. And then also the benefit of the PET scan or PET is you can see physiological processes. So you can watch the flow of blood, for instance, as it moves through the heart. So that's really cool. The ultrasonography, it's like the cheapest, easiest, least invasive process of all of these. And so it's used, that's one of the reasons it's used with pregnancy, because it has a very low risk associated. And this one is using a high frequency sound wave to create an image. Now, all of these are, of course, described in a little bit more detail, and you get some possible pictures when you check out your textbook. So make sure you do take some time to read over that section. Remember that the textbook is linked in the video description. Okay, so the last question that you might have is, oh my goodness, how do I go through and study this material? So one thing you want to do is, of course, read the textbook. Some of you maybe have read before you watch the videos. Others of you will use this as a follow-up. Make sure that you review and edit your notes. So as you're reading, maybe you make additional notations to your video notes, or if you made reading notes and then you watch the videos, then maybe you make additional notations as you watch your videos. Now, make sure that study and reading are two different tasks. So reading and rereading your notes is kind of a false way of feeling comfortable. So you'll remember, you'll feel familiar that you've read it before and you might think you know it. But the key to study is engagement. So you need to really engage with the materials. So I've provided a couple options for you. So linked in the video description, you have, I'm going to call it here just like a study sheet or practice sheet. I'm going to call it practice sheet. So that's linked in the video description. You also have a Quizlet flashcard set. So this is a really great website. It can be an app for your phone that allows you to do a variety of different engaging activities. So you want to check that out. That's in your video description as well. For those of you in my D2L class, you have additional materials and assignments posted for you in D2L. So make sure you are checking back in with that. And another key thing here is to ask questions. All right, that's it for chapter 1. As always, take care of yourselves and each other.